Hey guys, what's going on? It's Nick Gaming here, back with another New World video. And today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to level fast and the best way to level up in this game, as there's quite a few instances throughout the main story where you get to a point and it says get to next X level to progress the story. I think the first one's at like 38, then there's another one at 45, and then another one at 50. And I'm currently at, I think, hopefully the last one at 55, so I need to be level 55 to do another dungeon. So I'm going to show you the best way to, I guess, fill in that gap. So for me, for example, I need to get from level 50 to 55, so what I would be doing to do that as quickly as possible with the least amount of effort. So the way I've leveled up in the past is, as I'm sure many of you are aware, is jumping in a corruption train and clearing out corruptions in an area. So what that means is these red dots on the map are corruptions. Obviously, you wouldn't do them in even scale because it's too high level, but any of these areas, even in the low level ones, these corruptions, you just go to the settlement, chuck in your global chat, or if you've seen in the global chat, probably I can open it now and we'll see some. Possibly not, but there's normally a corruption train or a corruption run happening and meet here. You could just jump in the global chat post corruption train leaving from first light in 5 minutes, meet at settlement to start run, and people will just show up, and then you party up with them, and you go in and clear all these corruptions out. So in the level 25 zones, I think each little one gives you around 400 XP for each one of these, and then the big ones give you like 1700 or 1500 or something like that. So just there, what's that? 4, 8, 12, 16. So that's 3000 experience just there, and you could clear that in 5 or 10 minutes. So you could get 18, 20,000 experience an hour easily. Well, you'd get way more than that because it would probably not take even 5 minutes to clear all of these. And then you just can cycle through the zone. So if you're around level 20 and need some boost leveling to get to M run or something, go to First Light, get a group together, and just run these. So what you do is people will show up and you just make bigger groups. So you have your group of 5, get another group of 5, 15, 20, and you just run through them so fast. It's probably the best XP in the game, and definitely the least amount of effort because you just auto run to these things and don't really have to do much for participation. On the participation side of this, so the the downsides of this are obviously you're only going to get character XP. You're not going to get a great deal of weapon XP because a lot of the enemies in these corruptions don't give weapon XP. The larger ones do, and you have to have damaged them to get the weapon XP. What else I've noticed happening is if you are by yourself, not in a group, and you go to these and try to start clearing them, and there's 30 or 40 people there, you're not going to get enough damage to count as participation, so you're not going to get rewards. So you need to make sure when you go to these to find people to clear these with, that what I always do is just immediately run up to it if you find a group of people and ask if there's a spot in any group, and hopefully someone invites you, and then you can just follow them around. Because if you're not in a group, it's going to be much harder for you to get the participation points. Also, what I've found happening is, say you're just in a group with friends, and 2 of you are doing this, or 3 of you are doing this, and 1 or 2 of you aren't, and they're off doing their own quest. More often than not, you're not going to get XP for these because not everybody in your group has participated in the event, in the corruption, so no one's going to get XP. So you're better off finding a group of people who are actually all doing the same corruption as you, partying up and running them to get the best XP you can. Swapping, one of my favorite areas is probably Restless Shores. Like the ideal run is Weavers, so you start hearing Weavers and you've got these ones, and then there's some here, and then there's normally some here, and then you just move into Restless, go down here, get to the settlement, and then by the time you're at the settlement again, this stuff's all respawned, and you just do this big circle endlessly for however much experience you need. And that's the best way for me to level that I found. It's definitely the easiest. I know town boards can give really good XP rates, but some of those tasks are quite tedious and annoying. This is just consistent with minimal to no effort. You just follow the train around, occasionally attacking. As long as you're in a group of 5, you should get the participation. And in these zones like Morningdale and Restless, these little ones give like 660 XP each, and the big ones give like 2,400. So like full run of this, what is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15. These ones here are bugged, these little 55 ones, but there's 15 little ones there. So that's 9,000 experience, plus the 4,000 from these. So that's 13,000 experience just to clear from there to there. So that's maybe half an hour, just solely because of how much running you have to do in between the areas. But for no effort, then you could go up to Morningdale and do it. The other thing I don't recommend is, sure, these ones in Great Cleave, there's a lot of them and they give good experience, but they technically give you less XP per hour than doing them in a region with a settlement. And why that is because of your territory standing. If you do these in an area where you can get territory standing, as you can see, I've obviously done a lot in Cutlass and Restless. My territory standing is so high. You get territory standing for completing these, and when you level up your territory standing, you also get a chunk of XP. So if you did a little one and leveled up your territory standing, that little one now becomes another 2,000 XP one. So that's why I put a lot of my points into territory standing and XP, so that I can hit the territory standing levels to add more XP to the run, and then have the boosted XP, so that XP is worth more. So it's just an even more efficient way of using your time to get XP from these, and also making sure that you log out in cities to get your rest bonus, log in, run a few corruptions. Also, what's handy is your faction quests. I don't know how many people are aware of this, but your faction quests for your company or for your faction, Marauders, Covenant or Syndicate, whoever you're a part of, the first 3 you do of these each day, these daily bonuses up here, the first 3 you do each day give you double XP. So if you're picking some of these up, pick up ones that give the most amount of XP. So you can see here, this one gives 1,238. Well, they all do. So I just pick them all up, and I'd go do them when I have this bonus, and they will give 2,400 each. Some of the best ones you can get are like this, the ones for the ones for the dungeons in each area. So I've got one for the depths dungeon, which gives 2,000 experience by itself. So if I were to do this as my first one of the day, and do the depths dungeon with the 2 depths quests, these are going to give me 4,000 experience each, and you can stack up 3 of these. So you could run a depths dungeon and get double the XP you normally would. And that's pretty much how I've leveled from 1 to 50 essentially. Well, from the first level cap thingy, which was at 38. So I went from 35 to 38, and then 40 to 45, and basically 45 to 50 doing corruptions and my faction boosts every now and then, but it's mainly I just do whatever quests I have available in the area until I get sick of them or stuck at a level gate, and just go jump in a corruption train, run that until I've got the levels I wanted, or I'm sick of running it, and then go back and try and do some more quests, or run a dungeon with, as you can see, like my depths has a bunch of quests there that I could go and do to get a big XP drop, which I will probably do today. But that's definitely my tip for leveling when you get to the level gates in this game, and has served me very well. I'm not level 60 yet, but I have probably not played as much as other people, but it's helped me get through those down periods where there's no quests that you can do. And you get a lot of rewards. You get all these little packages which give you crafting supplies for tokens for dungeons, and you can get gear upgrades from it. It's super good. Anybody not doing corruptions, what are you doing? Get in there, jump into train, start your own train, run corruptions, and your whole world will change. But anyways, that's going to be it from me today, guys. I will catch you guys in the next one. Good luck out there, and get those XP gains. Peace.